Me and Steve have had to part ways. Someone was just outside the van.
I'm looking at you, mate. There's a car hitting about up there. It's that light up there.
He's just stalking us.
You're not going to just get anybody coming down here, are you?
There's definitely something or someone at the brow of that hill.
You stay away from my van.
Don't know why I just turned the lights on again, because I've got a sneaky confession. I've been up for 20 minutes. I've had the heating on. The diesel heater's been on. It is now 19 degrees inside this van. When I woke up 20 minutes ago, it was 1.5 degrees inside this van. -3 outside, and I was clutching my blanket for desperate survival. Not the best night's sleep last night, unfortunately. There was, don't know if you probably saw the last clip of the last video. Not sure if I put it in, but I'll put a couple of overlays here now. But there was boy racers coming into this spot, probably most of the evening to be fair, going all the way down to that makeshift cafe down there, the Cavern, I think it's called. We had motorhomes coming and going. I think the latest one that pulled in was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I think parking at a busy spot has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages being is that you have safety in numbers, which we've discovered in recent videos is a very important thing. But disadvantages is that you don't really get the best night's sleep because you've got comings and goings through most of the night really. But I'm going to be getting up now, waiting for the sun to rise. According to my app on my phone, the sun should rise just across the back of the van there. Hopefully we can get a nice time lapse. And then we'll be setting off sometime shortly to go and see the B-52 bomber crash site. I just had to show you this while I'm setting up the GoPro on top for a nice time lapse. I just thought I'd bring you back with me briefly while we get that and see all the frost on the top of the van. Quite a nice view actually. Stood on this side step looking over the valley. Right, that's enough of a good view. Let's get that door closed again. Oh, nearly lost my nipples then. And just as a little update for this camp, the saving grace of my power system for this camp so far, over the last day, this morning, cooking up dinner last night in the air fryer, has been this. The VTOMAN FlashSpeed 1500, an absolute powerhouse of a power station. Here's a couple more finer details about what's been powering my journey so far. Now this weekend, I wanted to just test and see if I can take a 1500 watt-hour capacity power bank on a long weekend trip and see if it lasted the duration of the trip. I can safely say that this little unit did me proud. We were cooking on the air fryer, we were boiling the kettle, we were charging all the drone batteries, the camera batteries. This powered my whole camp for a 3-day trip. It's got 3 AC outlets here that are powered by a whopping 1500 watt inverter, so any kind of camping equipment that you can think of that requires power, this will most probably power it. The actual battery capacity inside the unit is 1,548 watt hours, and if that wasn't enough for you, you can double the capacity with an extra battery that can be connected to the unit, bringing it to 3,096 watt hours. What on earth you'd ever need that for, I don't know, but if you are a high power user, you can do it with the VTOMAN. This also has one of the fastest recharging speeds I've seen on the market, charging from 0 to 100 in under an hour, drawing 1,500 watts from the wall. And another thing you don't have to worry about is the longevity of the unit. Sporting the latest LiFePO4 lithium batteries, rated to be charged up to 3,100 recharge cycles, this will be giving you power for years to come. Everything you need is conveniently located on the front. You've got your 4 USB outputs there, including a USB quick charge, 2 USB-C outputs, and you've also got your 12 volt output there as well for powering things like a camping fridge maybe. And finally, I want to say a huge thank you to VTOMAN for sending me their FlashSpeed 1500 watt power unit and their 220 watt solar panel to test out for you guys. It's worked great so far on this camp, so I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to get yourselves a new power unit or even just a home backup system just to keep somewhere in case of an emergency. I'll leave a link below. Now back to today's camp. Right, I'm leaving the diesel heater on. I want a nice warm van to come back to. How was your morning, mate? Well, how was your night, should I say?
Actually, after the night sleep I had before, which I won't go into any detail, yeah, actually, mate, I mean, I went to sleep. It must have been about before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think I'm wearing appropriate footwear for a morning walk in the Peak District?
No, I've got Crocs on.
Oh my goodness, we're going to be sliding down the hill. What's that smoking away in the distance, mate?
That's the cement factory.
Ah, okay. I saw that on the drone and I thought, I wonder what that is.
Oh my God.
What an incredible view, eh? Absolutely unbelievable.
Oh my God.
It's incredible.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The sun's coming up.
Been a long time, baby. And a long time low. Stick with me, maybe. Don't let me go.
Oh, blimey. What a way to wake up. Right, so we've got a bit of dilemma this morning because that road is all covered in ice and we need to get up that road. So Steve's taken the baton. He's going to be first to attempt to go up it. And the horses are in the stables and the jockeys are on the backs. Off he goes now. Up the hill. Pedal to the metal. Straight up. He's going. He's going. And he's made it. That was quite anticlimactic. Right, come on, let's go. Alright, this is the point in where we start our walk. Absolutely incredible views around me.
Right, welcome to the summit of the Snake Pass.
This is the summit of the Snake Pass, yeah?
It isn't the Snake Pass beautiful? We are at the summit.
Gorgeous.
And over there
Yeah.
is the overexposed bomber.
Okay.
Somewhere we've got to walk all the way up there.
What's
on
that about? What,
ridge.
used to 12, 15 minute walk, something like that, Steve?
Yeah. We're on the Snake Pass, so let's get some breakfast smashed up.
Yeah, let's get some breakfast on this very wonky park up, but we'll see how we get on.
I've got my air fryer on already. I'm going to be... I'm on it.
Good for you,
Yeah,
good for you.
Go
All right,
on then, mate,
I'm going to get a bacon and cheese wrap on the go. We're a bit wonky donkey. Crikey. Whew. We are a bit wonky donkey. Well, it's going to be a very, very quick and easy breakfast this morning, I think. Seeing as we're on such a dodgy slope right now, don't think there's any chance of using any of the pans to cook breakfast, so I'm going to whack a couple of pieces of bacon in the old air fryer there, get it connected up to the VTOMAN, and have a bit of bacon and cheese in a wrap. I was going to have an egg, but there's just no way we're going to cook an egg. So bacon and cheese wrap. I'll stuff a pork pie in my pocket as well, and a can of pop, and then we'll go and find this crash site. Right, bacon's done. Okie dokie. Oh yes, that'll do. That'll do. Damn it. That's hot. There we are, a very improvised, quick breakfast bacon and cheese wrap. All right, now I've got a bit of breakfast down me. We've got positives and negatives. The positives are I'm a bit more full of energy now. The negatives are, after breakfast, I normally need to find a supermarket. So I might be leaving more than memories on the top of this hill. we're officially on the trail, on the hunt for this B-52 crash site. We don't exactly know the pinpoint location of where this is, and as Steve said before, many a people have come on this trail and failed to find it.
Yeah.
But we're going to do our best, aren't we?
Well, no, look on the advantage. You've got one of the best map readers here.
Me, yeah, of course, yeah.
And
it's a good job I'm here, really, because if I wasn't here, you know, you'd be stuck, wouldn't you?
Day. There you go. Actually, signposted, look.
Oh, right. It ain't going to be that much of a mission, is it? Now, here's a decision, right?
No, they might.
Now we need to decide, right? Do we keep that in, right? And do we be honest, right? Or do we play a little bit?
We play it out. Because we don't want everyone coming in.
Get to the ridge and go, oh, we're still trying, we're still trying.
We'll just have this moment.
Well,
like,
as long as it's signposted for the rest of the way,
yeah, but
we're going to be all right.
But they tend to like to make you go across the main paths, right?
Yeah.
Stick to the main paths, which always go the long way round, don't they?
Me hyping up the start. We're on the trail. Off to 3 signposts away and we're there. I might be joking now, but I'm about to seriously eat my words. Sneaky hint, I don't make it to the crash site. Well, you can definitely tell we're getting higher. There's a little bit of snow on the peaks here. I dare say it, and this is not, I repeat, not for dramatic effect, but we haven't seen another sign yet. We saw the one sign at the very start of the trail, and then we haven't seen another one since. We're slipping and sliding everywhere. Hopefully we get another sign so we can... Give me a sign! At this point I decided to turn back. After walking for over an hour with no end in sight, my feet were soaking wet after being submerged in deep mud, and upon asking some other fellow walkers how long it is, the outlook wasn't safe for me to continue. Well, here's a turn up for the books, bit of an update for you. Oh, me and Steve have had to part ways. I've had second thoughts on this, the reason being, we've been on this trail, we've had some pretty treacherous pieces of path, especially over that little hump there. I've completely soaked my feet are sodden wet. That one's okay. And we spoke to a couple of chaps that are on a 15-mile walk around here, rather than me. And we asked them how far this crash site is away. Now we've been walking now, probably for about 2 or 3 miles already. Steve initially thought that the crash site was on the top of that ridge line there. But apparently there's 2 crash sites, but the one that we're looking for, with the American flag, we asked the chaps, because they've been across it today, and they said once you get to that ridge line, it's a lot further than that. It's about another 3 or 4 miles from here. With the temperatures being sub-zero right now, even though the sun's shining, it is a cold day. I've now got wet feet. I know from previous experience, from doing various different things in my youth, that carrying on a sub-zero walk across treacherous ground with wet feet, with at least 3 or 4 miles to go, would be a pretty silly decision for my health. So it's not very often I turn back, but on this occasion I didn't feel safe going forward, and I think you have to be honest with yourself and actually look at what's going to come if things go wrong. Good luck, Steve, if you're watching this now, mate. Best of luck to you, buddy. Our next park up is to go and explore the little town / village of Bakewell. So a Bakewell tart is calling my name. I'm going to go back, dry the feet, leave a comment below. What do you think I should have done? I'm open to opinions. Do you think I should have carried on? Or do you think I should have turned back, considering the circumstances that I've just explained? But I'll bring you back most probably when I get back to the van. Home sweet home. I don't know if you can tell by my face, but I am absolutely shattered. Let's get out of here. Let's figure out where Bakewell is, what direction it's in, and then let's head there, get on flat ground. And I think I'm going to sort my feet out. I can't do it here, or in this slant. I don't really want to start putting these on with wet feet, so let's vacate and head off to Bakewell. Well, I made it, managed to find a spot. We are now in the centre of Bakewell. We're going to wait for Steve to arrive. I have heard from him. His precise words were, which I expected them to be, was, hey mate, you should have just stayed with me, you should have just carried on doing the walk, mate, because it's only around the corner. But anyway, we're going to wait for him. He's all right. He said he needed to get back to the van and change his clothes though. So take that for what you will. We'll see what it's like when he gets here. But then when he gets here, we'll have a little walk around Bakewell and see what the town's all about. And number one on the agenda today is to try and find a Bakewell tart, or, as I heard from that Fitzgerald's Bakery in Buxton, a Bakewell pudding, they call it here. They don't call it a tart. It's a bit like sacrilege calling it a tart here. So chill out in the back of the van for a bit. Look at that. Regardless of how far that walk was going to be after me and Steve parted ways, it wouldn't have been a good decision to carry on walking with wet feet. But it sounds as if those chaps that told us it was 3 or 4 miles away was slightly overestimating how far it actually was, because according to Steve, I would say the truth is probably somewhere between what Steve said and what they said. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. That is what I was feeling. Sorry for the horrible image, by the way. But that's what I was feeling coming back on the path. That is a blister waiting to happen. It was a good choice. So we're off right now. Just going to have a little walk around Bakewell. Got to try and get a Bakewell tart as well, or a Bakewell pudding. I don't want to make that mistake of calling it a tart, and just see a little bit of Bakewell, really. This is quite quaint, isn't it? It's like a little boutique corner, should we say? A few independent little businesses. I'll go for 3 of your cherry Bakewells on there, please. Thank you. That's great. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Yeah, is that right? Yeah. Okay, mission complete. We've got 3 Bakewell tarts. Here he is. Look. Now, one question for you before you say a word, right? Okay. The one thing you said to me on the phone, right?
Yeah.
Before you made your way here was, I'm just going back to the van to get changed.
Yeah.
So why did you need to get changed? What happened on that route that you're not going to tell us about? Come on.
It was muddy.
Yeah.
It was muddy.
Did you slip on your arse?
Maybe.
Describe the scene to us.
Well, literally.
Not you falling over.
No.
No.
I think where you left me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a look at the timestamp between when you left me and actually what time I got to the site. Right?
So how much further kind of thing?
I reckon it was
an hour.
No, not even that. Probably 10-15 minutes, less than that.
Well, 10-15 minutes by your standard, that's got about half hour walk.
Well, I'll prove it.
I knew he didn't come out of that walk unscathed. So we're off on our way to go and find the Love Lock Bridge.
Yeah, Love Lock Bridge.
Now, when me and Steve went to Liverpool, for those long-standing viewers, you'd have seen that we would have walked along, I suppose, the riverfront, and we would have seen, if you've watched the video, a couple of locks, well, padlocks, that have been put on the chains there of people trying to unite their love with a padlock. And there's nothing more, I suppose, well known about Bakewell. Is that a very well known thing about Bakewell?
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that.
About 90% of the bridge is made up of padlocks. Phil and Vicky.
Yeah.
Let's read some names out, shall we? The Ushers. Joe and Irene.
That is compact, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's
if anybody has ever left a padlock on this bridge who's watching this video, which I assume is probably quite unlikely, drop a comment below. What does it say? Where along the bridge is it? Moll and Alf, Chris, Donna, Lucille? Lucille?
Lucille.
No, Lucy. Lucy and Joseph.
There's a lock and a lock and a lock there.
After reading a few more names on the locks, we started to make our way to tonight's Park Cup.
We've just had a look on Park for night, and my goodness, have we got a treat in store for us tonight. Oh yes, we're going to a place, or near to a place called Ashbourne, and we're staying in a place called the Weaver Hills. This particular Park Cup is right on top of a hillside with some absolutely amazing views. So we're going to hit the road, head down to near Ashbourne, and go and have a quick look into the Weaver Hills. But look at that for a park up. Oh yes. So you said you wanted to go and look at the view. So
I know.
Are you off up that top of that hill, are you?
No.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
We've got a drone.
Yeah, we have, yeah. But look at that though, isn't that just absolutely epic?
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife.
That's a tractor, I guess.
That's a tractor, yeah.
The gear change is very distinct.
My God, it's a beast.
Gear change on that.
It's a logger.
Oh yes, look at that. They'll be running all night.
Bloody hope not. You reckon?
I don't know. I come up that track and I was thinking to myself, bloody hell, this doesn't look like a tractor anywhere except to a farm.
Yeah. We've had a couple of tractors go by, and judging by a couple of reviews of this place, most of which are positive, may I add, apparently some of the locals aren't too happy about people parking here. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I can guarantee you it's probably something to do with rubbish. And that rubbish most probably has nothing to do with van lifers. But it is what it is. I've got the back door open a crack there, just so I can ventilate the air fryer when we cook the rest of the sweet potato fries. Yep, he's got his diesel heater on. I knew it wouldn't be long. Right, big pan night tonight. We've got a massive chicken fajita kit to cook from Aldi. I've got loads of wraps, I've got some cheddar cheese. We're gonna have a feast tonight, and then for pudding, I just wanna look at it. An authentic cherry Bakewell. Tart or pudding? Leave a comment below. A couple of mixed opinions. Bakewell said tart. Someone outside Bakewell said don't call it a tart in Bakewell. If you know the definitive answer, leave a comment below. Might be a rough night on the hillside tonight. As we were approaching camp, it looked like a storm was brewing. And I think my estimation is pretty accurate looking at that sky. Okay, to cook this chicken fajita meal kit, we're going to be using the commonly taught method, Michelin star method, of bung it all in. That seems to be the best way to go with these. Peppers and onions. Okay, 180. Nice one. Oh yes. Come and have a smell if you can smell it. Here, let me
yes,
let me turn this round to you so you can see that.
Oh man.
Well, that'll do for one. So slice of cheese on top. Like so. That looks delicious. That's 2. And that's 3. Successfully transferred, and 1 for me to snack on. That'll do. Lightly toasted. Let's give a couple to Steve. Your dinner is done, sir.
Night heater is on. Oh, mate. Is that mine?
This. 2 toasted chicken fajitas.
Brings a
With
tear
some
to
sweet
my
potato
eye.
fries,
I'll take
my
that
friend.
number 1 van, shall I?
Yeah, go on, mate.
God, it's cold, mate.
It's cold. It's
Yeah.
cold. It is cold.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
You
it.
go and enjoy it, all right?
Right, mate.
Now, when you finish that, make sure you come back with your Bakewell tart.
Yes, I will. I will.
Do you know what? After a long day of hiking, it's a welcome addition to get a nice meal in your belly. Now, how was that
Mate,
dinner?
I've got to. Let me come in and tell you, right? Because I think it was. We're talking. Oh God.
Yeah, it's that cold, isn't it? Oh God.
Mate, I've got to say that was
Yeah.
absolutely. They were the best fajitas I've ever tasted.
Ever?
I mean that. Yeah. What did you put tomato into it?
No.
What
Unless
gave it
it-
that lovely?
So basically, I used a little bit of a sprinkle of this,
Oh.
and it contains sea salt, black pepper, dried garlic, sweet paprika, dried onions, rosemary, chili, oregano, and parsley. They are deep fill.
God, they are, aren't they?
Now, I was assured by the bakery that these are made in Bakewell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Now, when we do have a
bite.
bite of these, right, you have to tell me how close they are to Mr. Kipling. Because if they are close to
I've had a
Mr.
few of
Kipling,
them.
then these aren't worth £2.50 each. Because that's how much they were.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, don't spit it out. Right, let's have a bite.
Yeah, it is nice.
Oh, it's good. There's no denying. Is it as good as I was expecting? No.
$2.50 though, Brendan.
£2.50.
Is it worth? Do you think it's worth it?
I would put that as being worth £1.20 each.
Do you think? Yeah, agreed. But
Yeah.
do you think it's hiked up because?
It's Bakewell.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So if you're going to come to Bakewell, get yourself one, just to kind of let yourself know what it tastes like. Do you know what I mean? Don't take our word for it. But would I buy it again at that price? Nah, I wouldn't. See you tomorrow, mate. Right, that's our evening finished on this beautiful hillside park up. I don't even remember what the hill's called now, but maybe you can see some of the lights in the distance there. We've got a couple of cars rolling past from time to time, but nothing that's going to be concerning us too much. I think get the bed set up and get ready for bed, I think. And then we'll be off to go and explore more of the Peak District and other places in and around the Peak District tomorrow. We're not going to be cooking tomorrow. We're going to be sampling some of the local delights that the Peak District has to offer. I'm going to grab a light breakfast in Ashbourne. I think that's the name of it. And then I think we'll finish the day up in a place called Uttoxeter to have a nice meal before we part ways. But that's tomorrow, so make sure you stick around for next week's video. But from this little park up, on top of the hillside... Was that a car up there? No. Unless anything else more incredibly exciting happens, I guess I will see you next week. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'm going to do the final clean up and get my head down for the night. I'll see you in the next video. Someone was just outside the van. Oh. You're right, mate.
Yeah. And there's a car. Did you have it as well?
Yeah.
Like a.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at you, mate. Okay. car pissing about up there. It must have been. They were by the van. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's the one
Hang on.
worrying me a little bit.
Yeah, hang on.
Well, he's got something to say.
What time is it?
You stay away from my van.
Honestly, when I heard that car go past, what were they doing?
I don't know, but we've got somebody up there who's got a big spotlight on. He's our problem. Because he's just driving backwards and forwards. If you look, he's definitely got a light on there. He's sitting up there. Is there someone up there?
That scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I just banged my roof, I did then.
Jesus. So what are they playing at up there then?
Is that light up there?
It's just stalking us.
It's if it's sitting up there with the headlights on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Are you?
Yeah, like whether it's a vehicle or not. Well, it's definitely a vehicle because I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. It was a little like Ford Connect van.
Well, why is this just stood there or sat there like stalking?
If you're lucky, if you stand here, right, you can just see one line. If I move to it looks like there's two.
Honestly, that noise.
Here he is.
That Land Rover.
Yeah. Right.
They're playing music as well.
Okay, they saw me. I saw them. See you now. Okay. What I will say is we're here, right?
Yeah.
Look at the distance between the farm, right? That's a fair way, that is.
Yeah.
And it's round a bend as well, so we're looking at it from here. The light's gone off. Right.
So what would that light have been then?
That would have been a vehicle, mate. I've got to be honest, like, because that farm's quite a way away. Now, we've had another vehicle. Look, mate, look at the time, what time it is, right? You're not going to just get anybody coming down here, are you? There's only another option of doing this, Brendan. Is the drone.
Apologies if you guys can't really see much because of how dark it is, but there's definitely something or someone at the brow of that hill. Look with your naked eye at the top of that hill.
Yeah. See, it's picking up something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, mate, it's a fire. Look at the heat off. Look at the glow off it.
What the hell are they doing setting fires at this time of night?
It's quite a big fire, that was, because it showed up, didn't it?
Car's gone past twice.
Yeah. So we have two vehicles.
Yeah.
Go past.
What did you say? One was a van?
One was a van, definitely a little van.
Yeah.
And the other was
Land Rover.
Yeah, that Land Rover.
So conclusion in a nutshell is that we're going to carry on staying here. We're going to kind of disregard that a little bit. At least we know what the initial sound was that sounded, well, quite honestly, horrific in the middle of the night. But as Steve said, it would have been a lot better if whoever that was, whether it be farmer or friend or foe, whatever it was, at least if they'd have stopped and just said something, because we were outside the vehicles. It might have just given us a bit more of an inkling of what their intention was, but try and settle in again for the second time tonight.
Good night, mate.
Alright, mate. Just give me a shout if you need me.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if there's anything going on, just hit the horn, alright?
Yeah, alright, mate.
That's the best way of dealing with that.
Alright, I'll see you in the morning.
Right.
Well, I'll see you in a few hours. I'm going to get into bed, get it nice and warm in here again. It's 5 degrees in here right now. And try and get some sleep. Although I'm not holding out too many hopes with what's just happened, but hey, wish me luck. If I don't bring you back for the remainder of this video, I've been successful in getting a good night's sleep, and I'll give you a full update in next week's video. Fingers crossed, I get some kip.